What's up? It's your boy terrion.statom. Hopefully, y'all having a blessed day and a blessed week, and y'all reaching y'all goals one day at a time, 1 week at a time, and taking your time day by day, step by step. This is gonna be a good topic for most fellas. If y'all don't know, my channel is represented around men's mental health. This video is gonna be based around what men need to work on before pursuing a woman. Personally, men crave women intimacy, and I have some tips on what you need to do before you even thinking about getting a woman, because most of y'all shouldn't be thinking about getting a woman because you're not worked on yourself. Fellas, you need to get in the gym. We need to work out, we need to stay physically fit, and we need our bodies to be up to par. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure we look good, feel good at all times of the day. When I look in the mirror, I want to be satisfied with what I'm looking at. When we want to work out, when we go to the gym, you know, we want to look our best and feel our best at all times. It's better to start off your day by getting in the gym, making sure you feel good and look good at all times. And another thing is, too, making sure we eat good. Make sure we're staying hydrated, drinking plenty of water, drinking plenty of fluids. Personally, just staying physically fit, feeling our best, looking our best. I think the gym is a good start for most people, because when you take your shirt off, it's two things that can happen. You can either look good, you can either be satisfied or not satisfied. I'd rather stay satisfied with what I'm looking at. Number two is, when you try to talk to a woman, you gotta understand, the first thing you say is the icebreaker. So if you're gonna compliment her shoes, you know what I'm saying, her behind, or, you know, anything that could possibly be a lustful comment about her, that's what you lead with. And most women are into that, but if you're not trying to come off as like that, then it's best not to say those things, because that could push her away. So if you comment like, damn, you good, like, dang, you got a big, you know, that's not cool. Compliment her shoes, compliment her eyes, compliment her clothes, or something that's going, you know, just make her feel cool about herself. Oh, okay, thank you, I really appreciate it. Because 9 times out of 10, if she a pretty girl, she hears it 100 times out of the day, 100 million times out of the day. Let's be real. Just make sure you look up the par yourself, you know, because the first thing women look at when they talk to you, or when you're talking to them, is they look at your face, your lips, and your eyes, and your hair. You know, that's the first things they looking at. Another thing is, another touchy subject I'll touch on is, you gotta stop watching porn. You gotta stop touching yourself. You gotta stop beating your meat. That stuff ain't good for you, and it's horrible for you. You gotta stay away from it. I know it's hard, because you crave woman intimacy. And you try to use the corn as a substitute because you feel lonely. There's two type of corn users out there. You got people that are actually addicted, and then people that are just lonely that want a woman. And I get it and I understand, but you got to find some things that substitute that with going to the gym, reading, reaching goals, having a vision board, or doing something else. Because if you keep doing this, and like I said, God will discipline you and humble you quick and keep you in that same loop. He ain't gonna bring you out of nothing. You have to want to do it for yourself, and it's not easy. So that's why I say you got to stop watching that stuff, because all of this, you just don't feel good after. You just feel horrible. You feel sluggish. You feel terrible, and it's just not good for you in general. It's just mind numbing. It's cheap dopamine. You know, it's cheap pleasure hits that we can be using towards something else that's gonna benefit us in life. Another thing I want to touch on too is having some good verbal speech. Speak confidently. No, act like you know what you're talking about. Be confident in yourself. Be confident in the way you walk, the way you talk, because at the end of the day, you want to be secure in yourself and be secure in knowing how you talk to people, especially women, if you're pursuing one. Learn how to take lead. You know, a man is a protector, providing leader. Lead the person you potentially want to be with. Show them the ins and outs and stuff that you do and how you would do certain things, because, like I said, you're a man. The woman is a woman, so you're gonna do things differently than she does. So you have to show, hey, this is the reason why I'm doing this. And if you feel like you don't understand something, explain it to her. You know what I'm saying? Because you're the leader. You're supposed to lead. That's an essential. Be engaged in the conversations. Take lead in the conversation. Seem interested. Another thing I'd recommend too is, if you're not comfortable in a situation where the woman isn't doing anything for you, don't settle. If you're not happy in the situation, don't settle. You shouldn't care. It doesn't matter how good, if you ended up sleeping with her, how good that is, or how good she looked. You should just be able to let go, you know? And when you let go, something better will eventually happen. You should be able to let go. At the end of the day, sometimes you got to be selfish in situations, but never leave the situation. whether it's turmoil or y'all hate each other. Just be true to yourself and let them know what it was, you know? It's hard out here being a man, especially when you want a woman, because you're trying your best to be yourself. Sometimes men put on a facade thinking women like this. Sometimes you think a woman will like this and she don't like this. Or you see something on YouTube or Instagram, you're like, oh, I thought this is what girls like. And it's like, no, that's the internet. You got to actually go out there and figure out, okay, I'm not confident in myself in these ways, or I need to work on this, or my body don't look up to par yet, or I'm not healed from a past relationship or something. Because the one thing I say is, it's selfish for you not to be healed from a past relationship, and somebody that's pursuing you is healed and they're ready to commit to somebody new, and you're bringing past issues into a new relationship. That's what you don't want to do, and that's selfish. You need to take some time to heal yourself. Okay, those are some things I really wanted to touch on about man before pursuing a woman. Hopefully y'all took some tips from this video. Like I said, be confident in yourself, be secure in yourself, and remember, if you don't have a way, Jesus is the way. I hope y'all have a blessed day.